Welcome back to Exciting Europe. In this video, we're exploring the Cathedral of Rome, officially known as the major papal, patriarchal, and Roman Archbasilica, Cathedral of the Most Holy Savior and Saints John the Baptist and the Evangelist in Lateran, mother and head of all churches in Rome and in the world. Founded in 324, it holds the distinction of being the oldest public church in Rome and the oldest basilica in the Western world.
This video is part of Rome's Must-See Basilica series, and its length reflects its importance, historical significance, and status as a major pilgrimage destination for people from around the world. There are only 4 major papal basilicas globally, each holding unique distinctions. St. Peter's Basilica in the Vatican stands as the center of Catholicism, the largest church in the world, built on the site of St. Peter's tomb. St. John Lateran serves as the Cathedral of Rome, officially the Pope's cathedral as Bishop of Rome, even outranking St. Peter's in the hierarchy. St. Paul outside the walls was erected over the burial site of St. Paul, and St. Mary Major is dedicated to the Virgin Mary, housing a revered icon and relics associated with her. All these basilicas are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Except for St. Peter's Basilica, which is located in the Vatican, these basilicas enjoy extraterritorial status, meaning they are considered under the jurisdiction of the Holy See. This status was granted under the Lateran Treaty of 1929. Get ready to immerse yourself in the rich history and spiritual significance of St. John Lateran, the mother church of all Catholic churches worldwide. This captivating 4-part exploration will guide you through the heart of this sacred complex and its fascinating surroundings. Our journey begins with Part 1, St. John Lateran Basilica. We'll take you on a journey through the heart of the basilica, uncovering its rich history, architectural marvels, and sacred treasures.
In Part 2, we'll explore the ancient baptistery, the oldest in Christendom, and discover its unique octagonal structure and stunning mosaics. We'll also marvel at the iconic Lateran obelisk, the tallest in Rome.
In Part 3, experience the profound spirituality of the Scala Sancta, Holy Stairs, and the Sancta Sanctorum, the Papal Chapel.
Finally, in Part 4, we'll delve into the historic Lateran Palace, once the papal residence, and witness the grandeur and influence of the papacy throughout the ages.
This 4-part exploration allows you to choose which aspects pique your interest most. Whether you want to focus on the basilica's grandeur, explore the spiritual significance of the Holy Stairs and Sancta Sanctorum, or delve into the captivating monuments and landmarks that surround it, this journey offers something for everyone. Let's embark on our adventure.
The Archbasilica of St. John Lateran, also known as the Cathedral of Rome, is nestled within the ancient Aurelian Walls in the heart of Rome. To reach the basilica by metro, take Metro Line A and get off at the San Giovanni station. From there, it's a pleasant 5-minute walk to the piazza. If you prefer the bus, numerous lines serve the area around the basilica. Check the bus stops near or on the piazza to find the right line. Tram Line 3 also has a stop near the basilica. The basilica is open daily from 7 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. The medieval cloister within the complex has slightly different hours, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you decide to reach the basilica by metro, St. Giovanni Metro Station, serving both Line A and Line C, is a vital transportation hub in Rome. The newest section, built for Line C, has unveiled a remarkable collection of ancient Roman artifacts. These discoveries, made during construction, offer a glimpse into the city's rich history right within the station's walls. It's a unique blend of past and present, where commuters and history buffs alike can marvel at the remnants of ancient Rome amidst their daily travels.
Emerging from the metro station, we're greeted by a massive brick wall, This is the Aurelian Wall, built between 271 and 275 under Emperor Aurelian. This imposing barrier once enclosed all 7 hills of Rome, encompassing a vast 1,400 hectares, 3,500 acres. Its entire circuit spanned 19 kilometers, 12 miles. The walls were a formidable feat of engineering. Their height is impressive 16 meters, 52 feet. Wall had a staggering 383 towers, 7,020 crenellations, 18 main gates, 116 latrines or toilettes, and 2,066 large external windows. As we approach the wall, we realize that 2 gates are visible. To the left is the ancient Porta Asinaria, with its 2 imposing circular towers. This gate is an undeniable part of the original Aurelian Walls, a testament to Emperor Aurelian's grand vision and Rome's defensive might. To the right stands Porta San Giovanni. Built in 1574, long after the Aurelian era, it replaced the older Porta Asinaria to accommodate growing traffic. Both gates offer a tangible connection to the Aurelian Walls and the enduring legacy of ancient Rome. Let's pass through these gates and marvel at the Basilica of St. John Lateran. The Basilica's facade, an imposing example of 18th century grandeur, is the main entrance. It rises above a wide pavement and low steps, designed for grand ceremonies. Its 2-story portico is topped by an attic displaying colossal statues of Christ, the apostles, and saints, creating a striking silhouette. A prominent Latin inscription adorns the facade. Pope Clement XII, in the 5th year of his reign, dedicated this building to Christ the Savior in honor of Saints John the Baptist and John the Evangelist. This inscription commemorates the significant renovation under Pope Clement XII in 1735, which gave the basilica its current facade. To the right of the basilica stands the Lateran Palace, which served as the main papal residence for approximately 1,000 years, from the 4th to the 14th century.
The Holy Door, designed by Floriano Bodini, is a bronze masterpiece depicting the Virgin Mary and Child before the crucified Christ. Notably, it accurately shows the nails piercing Christ's wrists, not hands. The inscription, Christ yesterday, today, forever, reinforces its significance. The Holy Door symbolizes a passage to God's mercy and forgiveness. Passing through it signifies a pilgrim's desire for spiritual renewal and a closer relationship with God. It embodies Christ's words in the Gospel of John. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. Beneath the portico are the towering ancient green bronze doors, originally from the Curia, Senate House, in the Roman Forum. It's believed that historical figures like Julius Caesar once walked through these doors, now gracing the basilica. In the 17th century, Pope Alexander VII moved them here, likely saving them from destruction. He also added bronze stars to the doors, a symbol of his Chigi family emblem. On the left stands a colossal marble statue. Traditionally thought to depict Constantine, it's actually a portrait of his son, Constantius II. This imposing statue once adorned the baths of Constantine on the Quirinal Hill.
The Basilica of St. John Lateran proudly holds the titles of the Cathedral of Rome and the Mother Church of the world. Built on land donated by Emperor Constantine around 311, it was designed to house the See of Rome. In 318, this first Christian church in Rome opened its doors, allowing Christians to finally worship openly. It served as the heart of Catholicism and the papal residence until the Renaissance shifted focus to St. Peter's and the Vatican. Until 1870, every pope was crowned within these very walls. Even today, it retains the significant title of the Pope's home church. As the city's first Christian basilica, it set the architectural standard for all churches that followed. While the atmosphere today is solemn and grand, it might not fully live up to the expectations set by its history, appearing much newer than one might anticipate.
Originally completed in the 4th century, The basilica has seen significant changes over the centuries. It was partly ruined by the Vandals in the 5th century, restored, then ruined again by an earthquake at the end of the 9th century. It was rebuilt, and in the 13th century, Pope Nicholas IV expanded and adorned it so magnificently that it was considered a marvel. However, fire destroyed this structure in 1308. It was quickly rebuilt only to be ravaged by another fire in 1360. A complete reconstruction followed in the 14th century. In 1646, Francesco Borromini led another rebuilding. Finally, in 1734, Pope Clement XII added the Grand West Façade. The ancient apse was fully reconstructed at the end of the 19th century, marking the last major alteration to this venerable basilica.
The interior, remodeled by Borromini in the 17th century, retains elements of its original for-the-century basilican layout, measuring an impressive 140 meters, 460 feet, in length, and 73 meters, 240 feet, in width, with a nave width of 65 meters, 213 feet. Borromini's design included 12 niches between the massive piers, which remained empty for decades until Pope Clement XI and Cardinal Pamphili commissioned larger-than-life sculptures of the apostles to fill them. Most sculptors followed sketches by Carlo Maratta, the Pope's favored painter, but Pierre Le Gros the Younger notably refused, sculpting St. Thomas and St. Bartholomew according to his own vision. These magnificent sculptures line the walls. St. Simon, St. Bartholomew, St. James the Lesser, St. John, St. Andrew, and St. Peter on the south wall, and St. Paul, St. James the Greater, St. Thomas, St. Philip, St. Matthew, and St. Jude Thaddeus on the north wall.
The ceiling of St. John Lateran offers a captivating contrast to the prevailing Baroque style of the interior. Its Renaissance design, a gilded wooden masterpiece, stands as a testament to the past. Even during Borromini's extensive 17th century renovations, the Pope decreed that this beautiful ceiling, influenced by Michelangelo and crafted by Giacomo della Porta, should be preserved. 3 papal coats of arms adorn the ceiling's 3 main coffers: Pope Pius IV, Medici centrally, St. Pius V at the far end, and Pius VI at the entrance. Side coffers display the instruments of the Passion in the center, flanked by Eucharistic symbols. The lavish gilding, set against red and blue backgrounds with hints of green, is truly remarkable. An interesting inaccuracy appears in the Medici heraldry. The balls should be red, not gilded. The heraldry of Pius VI is particularly charming, depicting a woman's head blowing on a lily. Getting ready for your exciting European adventure? Each city has its own unique charm, but before you head out the door, don't forget those travel essentials.
A travel adapter is a must-have for keeping your devices charged. A portable charger will be your best friend when you're out exploring all day. And a good travel guide, well, that's your key to unlocking the hidden gems of your destination. Protect your belongings and memories with a secure anti-theft bag. Keep those pickpockets at bay and enjoy your trip worry-free.
Check out the links in the description below for our recommended travel adapters, chargers, guides, hotel recommendations, and a selection of top-rated anti-theft bags. While the Basilica of St. Mary Major houses the Holy Crib and St. Paul outside the walls safeguards the remains of St. Paul, the Basilica of St. John Lateran's Confessio, or Crypt, houses the exquisite bronze tomb slab of Pope Martin V. This 15th century masterpiece by Tuscan sculptor Simone Ghini features an inscription detailing the Pope's reign and proclaiming it a time of joy. The U-shaped Confessio was excavated in the 9th century when many Roman churches added fake catacombs under their high altars to house relics of martyrs brought into the city as suburban catacombs were abandoned There is no altar within the Confessio, but instead, a wooden statue of St. John the Baptist stands on an ancient Corinthian column capital. Behind the statue is a Gothic arched doorway, which actually leads into the excavations, though it is never used today. It is blocked by a diapered grid with Gothic detailing.
Rising above the confession is the elaborate Gothic Baldacchino from 1367. Its frescoes may also be 14th century Tuscan in origin, though they were repainted in the following century. Behind the barley twist colonnette stand two 19th century gilded silver reliquaries, rather unusual half-figures of St. Peter with keys and St. Paul with a sword, said to contain their heads. The papal altar below, reconstructed by Pius IX, encloses a portion of a wooden table. Tradition holds that St. Peter and his successors, until the 4th century, celebrated Mass at this very table. Interestingly, the tradition of a portable wooden altar table aligns with the recent suggestion that before Emperor Constantine, popes had no fixed cathedral church and instead used any available commercial space for their services. The developed tradition further claims that this table came from the home of St. Pudens, who hosted St. Peter as a guest. To learn more about St. Pudens and the Basilica of St. Praxedes, watch another video in our series on Rome's must-see basilicas.
Behind the high altar, the imposing bishop's chair, known as the Cathedra, serves as a powerful reminder that this is not just any church, but the Cathedral of Rome itself. And the bishop who holds this seat? None other than the Pope himself. In a tradition steeped in symbolism, a newly elected pope must physically sit in this very chair to officially assume the papacy. This ceremonial enthronement typically takes place within a month of the election. For Pope Francis, it was on April 7, 2013.
Above the cathedra, the Apse Mosaic commands attention. Though the original design dates back to around 450 AD, the mosaic itself was created in the 13th century and underwent extensive restoration in the 19th century. It depicts a cross, animals, plants, and the River Jordan flowing along its base. Mosaic art, an ancient Roman specialty, was beautifully adapted by medieval Christians. Imagine the awe early worshippers must have felt gazing upon the head of Christ above the cross, one of the first legally permitted images of Christ in a city that had once been the heart of pagan Rome. The mosaic also portrays the Virgin Mary alongside Pope Nicholas IV, as well as Saints Peter, Paul, John the Baptist, John the Evangelist, and Andrew.
In the north transept, you'll find the tomb of Leo XIII. To its left, the altar of the Holy Sacrament, dating back to the era of Clement VIII, is flanked by 4 antique green marble columns. These are accompanied by 4 massive gilded bronze columns, exceptionally rare 2nd century survivors that likely once graced the original Constantinian basilica. The tabernacle for the Blessed Sacrament is a magnificent gilded bronze masterpiece, shaped like an octagonal domed temple. It's adorned with gems, colored stones, and small statues of saints. Above it, a silver gilt relief copy of the Last Supper rests within a frame held aloft by a pair of gilded angels. This serves as a reliquary, said to contain the actual tabletop used during the Last Supper, the altar of the First Eucharist. It's believed the original relief met an unfortunate fate, likely seized and melted down to meet Napoleon's demands for tribute.
In the south transept, you'll find the remarkable organ, boasting a storied past so significant it has its own dedicated Wikipedia page in Italian, which chronicles the organ's fascinating journey through centuries of transformations and renovations. Dating back to the 16th century, the organ is supported by 2 lovely ancient columns, originally part of the Arch of Constantine. Here you'll also discover the monument to Innocent III, erected in the 19th century. Both transepts were built during the papacy of Clement VIII at the end of the 16th century. Above the chapels, large frescoes completed in 1600 illustrate the conversion of Constantine, his donation of land, and the construction of the first basilica.
The 4th chapel on the left, the Lancellotti Chapel, is dedicated to St. Francis of Assisi. It was founded by Cardinal Scipione Lancellotti, whose tomb rests here since 1598. The altar's decorative niche is curved, nestled within the apse's contours. Two pairs of ribbed composite pilasters, layered for depth, support the ends of a semicircular beam-like structure above. Posts in the beam are adorned with 3 angels and a playful group of cherubs. The vertically oval altarpiece depicts St. Francis receiving the Stigmata, a work by Giovanni Battista Puccetti. Below the altarpiece, a gilded metal screen showcases reliefs of Calvary, the Apostles, and the instruments of the Passion. Gilded angels flank each side, one bearing a cross and the other a palm branch. The altar's front displays colorful marble work set against rich red jasper.
The Corsini Chapel is a breathtaking example of late Baroque architecture, showcasing a level of opulence that spares no expense. Designed by Alessandro Galilei in the early 18th century, this graceful chapel houses the tomb of Pope Clement XII, who, before his papal election, commissioned the church's main façade. The chapel takes its name from Lorenzo Corsini, who later became Pope Clement XII. Inside, the porphyry sarcophagus, originally from the Pantheon, and the exquisite statue of Temperance by Filippo della Valle stand as testaments to the chapel's grandeur. Before entering, admire the intricate entrance gates. These original masterpieces of wrought iron, embellished with bronze, exemplify the artistry of blacksmithing. You might wonder why modern blacksmiths can't replicate such work. The reason lies in the scarcity of wrought iron, which is no longer produced anywhere. Mild steel, its modern substitute, simply lacks the necessary properties and is prone to rapid rusting. On the first nave pier, to the right as you enter the basilica, is a significant fresco by Giotto that captures a pivotal moment in the history of the Catholic Church. The proclamation of the first Jubilee, or Holy Year, in 1300 by Pope Boniface VIII. This Jubilee, marked by special indulgences and pilgrimages, was a landmark event. The fresco vividly portrays the Pope, enthroned and holding a papal bull, making this momentous announcement. The scene symbolizes the widespread response and significance of this declaration. At the beginning of this video, we admired the main facade, but there's one more facade to see. If you choose to exit the basilica through the doors under the organ towards the baptistry and Lateran obelisk, you can admire the Loggia of Benedictions. This was the last major addition during the basilica's golden age, built by Pope Boniface VIII. The loggia served as a spectacular balcony. A key highlight of this project was the fresco work by the renowned artist Giotto. A small fragment of this masterpiece remains in the basilica today. The loggia was built specifically for the Grand Jubilee year declared by the Pope in 1300, marking a significant moment in the basilica's history.
And that concludes our virtual tour of the magnificent Basilica of St. John Lateran. We've journeyed through its rich history, admired its architectural splendor, and uncovered the stories behind its many treasures. But our exploration doesn't end here. Join us in the next video as we venture beyond the Basilica's walls to discover the captivating surroundings. We'll climb the sacred holy stairs, Scala Sancta, step into the serene papal chapel, marvel at the ancient Lateran obelisk, and immerse ourselves in the history of the baptistry. We'll also delve into the secrets of the Lateran Palace, completing our pilgrimage to this remarkable corner of Rome.
This video is part of Rome's Must-See Basilica series. Check out the channel for playlists to learn more about the city's amazing basilicas, ancient ruins, great food, and Christianity. Thanks for exploring Rome with us. If you loved this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more European adventures.
This channel has a great selection of videos for all interests, from quick guides on buying tickets and using public transport to in-depth explorations of the most important galleries, museums, and monuments. Let's explore Europe together, from Amsterdam to Rome, Milan to London, and beyond.